Hello everyone. In this topic, we are going to discuss data types and size. Here we are having company employees table, and this table has numeric data, character data, text data. Then we have also decimal values. We have date, year, and time data. From this table, we can see that a different column holds different kinds of value. And the question is here, what will be the size of this data? I mean, how long you can write these names? How long this number can be? What will be the maximum value for this particular, let's say, salary column? And what will be the maximum value for the year? So we'll study these things in the next slide. SQL data type defines the type of data a column can store, and the size attribute specifies the maximum amount of data a column can hold. Now, here we have different types of data type, and this is their usage in SQL, and what is the maximum size allowed for each data type, and this is the explanation. Here you don't need to remember everything in detail. Once we go through multiple SQL queries, it will be clear to us when to use what kind of data type. Whenever you want to use names or strings, you use character or var character data. So character has a fixed length and var character has a variable length. If you want to write some text up to 65,535 characters, then you will choose the text data type. If you want to write the numerical value, then you will write integer. You don't need to specify the maximum size. If you want to write the decimal values, then you will use decimal, float, and double. If you want to write boolean value, then you will write boolean data type. And if you are handling date, year, and time, you will use this data type. In upcoming exercises, we will use these data types. In our exercise, we will use all these data types and we will study them thoroughly. In exercise, our first question is create a staff table using mentioned data type. So under staff management database, we need to create a table called staff department, and there will be two columns, department ID and department name. And department ID will have integer data type and department name will have varchar data and its maximum size is 100. In question number 2, we will create staff member table using mentioned data type. Again, we'll create a table under staff management, then and the staff member table will have employee ID, first name, last name, department ID, hire date, and salary columns. And very first column will have integer data type, first name will have varchar, and the last name will have also varchar, and the maximum size is allow is 50 characters. Department ID will be the department ID will have integer data type, hire date will have date data type, and salary will be in decimal data type. Let's try to solve these questions with SQL implementation. We are solving here our question number first, and it's saying create a staff department table with mentioned data types under staff management database. On the left hand side, we do not have that database. Then first we will create the database. We'll say database, create database if not exists, and the database name is staff management. And we need to create a staff department table under this database. And before that, we need to select this database once we create it. Okay. And now here, the second step will be create a table. Again, I will say create table if not exists, and the table name is staff department, open curly bracket, close curly bracket, semicolon, and inside we will write our first column, department ID. Let me write this small, and this is your integer, right? Let's organize this. After that, you say department name and varchar. Your maximum size is 100, and that's all. So varchar tells us you will have variable lengths of strings, and the maximum allowed size is 100. Remember, this is not fixed one. There is a difference between char and varchar. Now you can execute all these statements together. All the statement executed correctly. Let me clear this and refresh this. What you see here is staff management database is created, and under we have the staff department table. So I can directly go here and click on the table icon, and I can see what are the columns. There is one more way to see that one. I will say show tables. Show tables will display the tables under this database. Okay, we have now staff department table. But if you want to go and see what are the data types of that table, then you need to say describe, and you need to mention the table name. Put the semicolon, and it will display the details of your columns. This is your first column, this is your second column, and first one is integer and the varchar, and it will display additional properties, whether it's null, key, default, and if it has some extra properties. This was our first question. Now let's try to solve the second question. In question 2, we are going to create a table. Create table. Let me clear this. Create table if not exists. And what is the table name? Staff member. Also open curly bracket, close, open parenthesis, and then close parenthesis. And after that, I will write first column employee ID. This is our integer data type, right? Then comma. After that, you write the next column, first name, and this is where care 50, and then again comma, then last name, your third column, same where care 15, and comma, and then you write your department ID, and this is integer, comma, then you write higher date column, and date is your data type, comma, and the last one is salary, and this is going to be decimal, and you will have, say, total number of digits 10 and decimal places 2. Okay, this is now your second table. Let's try to execute this statement. It executed successfully. I will refresh this one and see here we have one more table, staff members. Again, I will copy these show tables here. Here we are having 2 tables. That's correct. Close this one and let's check data type of each column. Now you need to describe and change the name of your table and click on execute. Integer for employee ID, that's correct. First name varchar 50, last name varchar 50, department ID is integer, hire date is date, and salary is decimal. So everything looks correct, and we successfully solve our question number one and question number two. That's all for this slide. And if you have any question or comment, just please let me know. Have a good day. Bye bye. Take care.